I'm going to say a couple funny things, but I wanted to say something to start with. I think people say a lot of nice things about Eaglebrook. This is something that gets lost. The modeling of behavior, and we just saw it tonight with Andy and Rachel. And I saw it as a student with Andy and Rachel. I saw it as a teacher here with Andy and Rachel. And I also saw it with Stuart and Moni. The modeling of how to be wonderful people towards your partner. And that was truly beautiful. And I was so touched, right? I also want to say this. Some of you all know that my father was part of this school for a long time. He died a couple years ago, and it was hard for me to come here today. Yesterday, really, although I will say the class of 2018 and 2013 made it much easier. So I was very sad. It was sad for me, but at the same time very joyous and happy. I also will say this: the class of 2003 that is here. They were my students, some of them my advisees, and this has just been so wonderful to be here. And I'm not going to suggest that a certain member of the class of 2013 has had a prolific impact on the world of technology, did so because I happened to be the computer science teacher at the time. I mean, there's causation's not correlation, but So anyway, that's that, right? I love this school so dearly. It's been a massive part of my life, and during this afternoon, I took a drive around the valley, and I drove around where I used to go biking with Carter McDonald as part of the cycling, recreational cycling team, and I took pictures of all the places that we went, and it was really very, very wonderful. And I drove back up from the backside of the mountain and came back down to the top on Pine Neck Road. And I'm just incredibly moved, and I just want to say this one last thing. I'm just talking about myself, and so be it. I'm just going to be a selfish dick. I apologize. It's just the way it's going to be. Because I wanted to say these things to you all. Rachel and I spoke a little bit just right before your blessing. And we talked about, fuck, I'm going to cry. So, you talked about in your blessing the importance of love and caring. And your family and your friends, and you know what we spoke about right before. You moved me in ways I haven't been moved in years, and I think that for me that's what always happens in this place. Every time I set foot on this hallowed ground, something happens where I find myself just moved beyond what I think my emotion is capable of, and that happened just now when you gave your blessing. It's happening right now as I look out at you all. It happens all the time, every time I come here. And I love all of you all, and there's no way to say this. I mean, you and your father, you utterly, completely, and totally changed my life for the better. And I'll never stop being there. Thank you.